Canada's Prime Minister hasn't ruled out sending troops to Ukraine to guarantee the country's future security under any peace deal to end Russia's war. Mark Carney joined the Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky at a ceremony in Kyiv to mark Ukraine's Independence Day. It's been 34 years since the country proclaimed independence from the Soviet Union, an occasion observed for the fourth time since Russia's full-scale invasion.
Today, Ukraine celebrates Independence Day, fighting, defending itself against attacks and air raid alarms. And very importantly, we are strong and not alone. Every day, we are pushing this war back to where it came from, to the Russian sky and Russian soil. With each passing year of this war, the pressure on Russia and their real losses are increasing. We know that peace is coming. Peace for Ukraine is getting closer.
Mr. Zelensky presented US Special Envoy Keith Kellogg a top award, the Ukrainian Order of Merit, during the ceremony. He's leading the Trump administration's negotiating team and working with European countries on a post-war framework to help protect Ukraine against future Russian aggression. Mark Carney says Canada is also willing to help.
We are working through with our allies in the Coalition of the Willing and with Ukraine the modalities of those security guarantees on land, in the air, and the sea, and I would not exclude the presence of troops.
The Eiffel Tower in Paris is lit up in the colours of the Ukrainian flag in a show of solidarity with Ukraine. But as allies continue to back Kyiv, Russia is demanding it remains neutral. It's suggesting a group of nations, including United Nations Security Council members, become guarantors of Ukraine's security. The Kremlin has accused Western nations of hampering peace negotiations.
They are simply looking for a pretext to block negotiations, and they want this to happen not through their fault, but through the fault of Zelensky, who is also stubborn, putting forward some conditions, demanding an immediate meeting with Russian President Vladimir Putin, regardless of anything. This is an attempt to disrupt the process that was laid down by Russian President Vladimir Putin and US President Donald Trump and yielded good results.
Moscow's position means the prospect of direct talks between the Ukrainian and Russian leaders is unlikely to happen in the short term. But the Trump administration is hopeful of a breakthrough. It maintains Russia has made significant concessions.
They've actually been willing to be flexible on some of their core demands. They've talked about what would be necessary to end the war. Of course, they haven't been completely there yet, or the war would be over, but we're engaging in this diplomatic process in good faith. We are trying to negotiate as much as we can with both the Russians and the Ukrainians to find a middle ground to stop the killing.
There have been tearful reunions after the latest prisoner swap between Russia and Ukraine. Both sides have exchanged 146 detainees in a deal mediated by the United Arab Emirates. Among them is the former mayor of the Ukrainian city of Kherson, who has been held captive since April 2022.
They kept us for a day and then said there would be a swap. And then they said it was a joke. I thought it was a jack-in-the-box and some spring-loaded figure will pop out of its container holding balloons and will say it was a hoax. But the dream came true.